have a flow that works with it now after doing it for 30 years. My husband died and I was left on 3.5 acres. I got really depressed. I decided I'd always liked Chinese silk scrolls, so I would go ahead and have a go. And then a girlfriend came in, saw my trials and said, could I have that and hem it and use it for a scarf? So there we started Softly Silk. Another friend was picking up his new helicopter from Los Angeles and flying it to Alaska. And they introduced me to this really nice guy. I ended up getting married a year later and moving to Alaska. Alaska's just so beautiful, and it has seasons which we don't really have to speak of in New Zealand. But New Zealand has such a wide variety of colour and greens and flowers that sometimes just overwhelms me, and I just get really excited about it. And I paint with a brush like you would a watercolour. I do have a gutta that I use on some scarves depending on the effect I want to do. Like watercolour, you can sprinkle salt on it. Very similar to watercolour, but not quite as controllable. In America, they expect you to say, yes, I'm good at that, and so I can do that for you. People would walk in and see through the gallery, would look at me painting and then say, oh, can I have that? I started getting commissions, and people would order silk for weddings, for their dresses and things like that. It started to really build up. In Alaska, I get asked to judge shows, to teach, to speak about New Zealand and about painting, and asked to exhibit in different places. That's not the case in New Zealand. You have to fight your way as an artist in New Zealand. Very difficult starting a one-man business when you've got to be everything. By 3 years I could employ people, and that was definitely a start. Because I was independent at 15, I do tend to go in boots and all. I'm not going to learn what doesn't work if I don't at least try it, and then I work out what does work, and I feel successful. I really like to encourage people as much as I can to just go out and do it. Maybe I'm not so good at spelling and adding up in a hurry, but I'll paint whatever you want, and I feel confident about that.